All right, guys, today's notes will be quick. We're going to quickly go over everything that I've taught you before as far as your proportions. Some of you were absent, so hopefully this helps you out. Here, make sure you follow along in your notes. Pause it, solve a problem, work it out, and then come back and see if you got it right. That is a good way to see if you're understanding what we're doing. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email. All right, so number 1, 3 over 5 equals p over 2. You cross multiply. You have p times 5, right? So what's p times 5? It's equal to 3 times 2 is 6. And then you just solve for p. So if you noticed, I'm going to try to see if I can draw it. There you go. So all we did was cross multiply like that. 5 times p, 5p equals 3 times 2, 6. So now you just solve for p. To get p by itself, you divide both sides by 5. So p equals 6 over 5. And I want y'all to leave it like that. All right, we're going to do the same thing here on number 2. You're going to cross multiply. 7 times r equals 4 times 3, which is 12. And then we get r by itself, and you divide both sides by 7. R equals 12 over 7. I love giving you answers like this because you guys kind of panic a little bit if you don't get a whole number. But that is fine. 12 over 7 is your answer. Leave it like that, unless I ask for it to the nearest tenths or something like that, but I probably won't. All right, here we have 2 negatives. I need you to understand that the negative goes to the numerator, to the number on top, or the variable on top. So that's negative 2 over 5 is equal to negative k over 10, okay? So you have negative 2 times 10 is equal to 5 times negative k. So that's how it looks. So you have negative 20 is equal to negative 5k. And then you divide both sides by negative 5 to get that k by itself. You guys notice how we can't get away from solving equations. We'll do it forever. Negative 20 divided by negative 5 is positive 4, so k equals 4. All right, here, it's not harder, just a little more complex. You have negative 5 times r plus 9. You see that? It's equal to positive 8 times r plus 2. You guys see what's going on here? You see the parentheses? First things first, I know for a fact, majority of you already knew what to do. You said to distribute, and you are correct. Negative 5 times r is negative 5r. Negative 5 times positive 9 is negative 45. 8 times r is 8r. 8 times 2 is positive 16. And then we solve for r. It's up to you what you want to move first. I see a negative 5r over here, so I'm going to add 5r to both sides. So they cancel. So I have negative 45 is equal to 13r plus 16. Then I have, all right, sorry guys, I had to pause the video. Then I have to subtract 16 from both sides because I'm still trying to get r by itself. And that equals 61, negative 61, yes. Equals 13r. And then I divide both sides by 13. And that's my answer. R equals negative 61 over 13. Leave it like that. Unless I ask for your answers as a decimal. All right, we do the same thing. Cross multiply. 6 times x minus 5 is equal to 12 times x minus 2. Distribute 6x minus 6 times 5 is 30 is equal to 12x. 12 times negative 2 is negative 24. This time I want to move all my variables to the left because I want to. I'm going to subtract 12x from both sides. And I get negative 6x because 6 minus 12 is negative 6x minus 30 equals, that cancels, and so I bring down that negative 24. All right, I still have the negative 30 over here and need to move it. So I'm going to add 30 to both sides. Negative 24 plus 30 is 6. So when I divide both sides by negative 6, I get x equals negative 1. So that's my answer. All right, last one. 4 times 3a minus 12 is equal to 8 times 5a minus 40. I'll see what we're doing. You cross multiply. So I have 8 times 5a plus 4 equals 4 times 3a minus 12. 40a plus 32 is equal to 12a minus 48. I'm going to subtract 12a from both sides. And I get 28a plus 32 is equal to negative 48. Then I subtract 32 from both sides. I get negative 48 minus 32 is equal to negative 80. Oh, I can't find my marker. There it is. Subtract 32 from both sides. 28a equals negative 80. Divide both sides by 28. A equals negative 80 over 28. Now, negative 80 over 28 does reduce to 20 over 7. So make sure you know that. Negative 20 over 7. 4 goes into both 80 and 28. 4 goes into 80 20 times. 4 goes into 28 7 times. All right, let's move on to our word problems. All right, we're going to use proportions to solve, and I want to show you guys how to set them up. Here, I want you to understand how to write out your word ratio. What we know, and then our unknown. It's very easy. So we have 6 packs of shallots, cost $24. How many packs of shallots can you buy for $12? So we are comparing shallots to the money. So you could write shallots over money, like that, okay? So if 6 packages cost $24, shallots to dollars, how many packages can I buy for $12? Now, of course, I think majority of you could do this in your head, but I want to show you how to set up the proportion, okay? So now you do the same thing we've been doing. You cross multiply. 24 times x equals 6 times 12, which is 72. 72 divided by 24 is 3. So when you divide both sides by 24, you get x equals 3. So that means you can buy 3 packages. All right, let's do this next one. The currency in Saudi Arabia is the rial. I'm probably saying that wrong. Sorry, y'all. The exchange rate is $1 for 4 rials. I need to go and look that up. I'll be back. Okay, it is a rial, not rial. All right, so the currency in Saudi Arabia is the rial, and the exchange rate is $1 for every 4. So we have the rial to the exchange rate. Or you could do it the other way around, the exchange rate to the real. All right, so it is $1, what we know, for every 4. How many reals can you get? So how many can we get for 5? And so you just set up the proportion. You solve the proportion, sorry. 1 times x is x. 4 times 5 is 20. So there you have it. Very simple. All right. Trayvon reduced the size of a rectangle to a height of 4 inches. What is the new width if it was originally 12 inches tall and 9 inches wide? So we're going from tall to wide, okay? So that's our word ratio, tall to wide. And if it was originally 12 inches tall and 9 inches wide, what is the size? What is the new width? So we don't know the width. That's what we're solving for. And it gave us a height of 4. So you cross multiply and solve, okay? 12 times x equals 12x. 9 times 4 is 36. Divide both sides by 12. X equals 3. So the new width would be 3. 3 inches. All right, if you can buy 18 nectarines for $14, then how many can you buy with $4.70? So if I can buy 18 nectarines, so nectarines to dollars. So if I can buy 18 nectarines for $14.10, how many nectarines? So the nectarines is what we're trying to find. How many can I buy with $4.70? So I'm going to cross multiply. I have $14.10 times x is equal to 18 times $4.70. 18 times 4. 84.60. All right, to get x by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by $14.10. And x equals 6. So I can buy 6. How many can I buy with $4.76? I can buy 6. All right, last, a rectangle is 36 inches wide and 46.4 inches tall. So we are going from wide to tall. All right, so the rectangle is 36 inches wide, 46.4 inches tall. If it is reduced to a width, so it's going to be reduced to 4.5 inches, then how tall will it be? So the tall is what we're looking for. Cross multiply, 36x equals, what is that, 46.4 times 4.5, 208.8. Trying to get x by itself, divide both sides by 36. 5.8. So the new height would be 5.8 inches. All right, and that is the end of today's notes. Please email me if you have any questions. I'll give you plenty of practice problems on your CUDA software.